going on, everybody? Devil's Advocate here. I wasn't going to shoot this video, but in the process of shooting another video having to do with the C virus, I had to stop and reshoot something else instead because I couldn't find a way to make that video without ending up getting banned again. So I got to go back to the drawing board on that video. But in the meantime, since I'm sitting here at my computer desk, I thought it'd be a fantastic opportunity to revisit the past and listen to some of the things that some of the people said a few years ago. Let's take a trip down memory lane.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen.
Donald Trump will not become president.
He's not going to be president. He is not, Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it.
Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank.
Becomes the president and make it great because the states is already.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
It might be coming soon.
Take it from me. How about that?
And then, of course, there's Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
So when you stand and deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next. I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to write it down.
Sorry.
Let me stop there for a second. The reason I'm showing this stuff, this compilation video, not to mention I gotta pause it because I don't want to be like a complete stealer of other material. But the reason I'm showing this is just to remind people how influential entertainers in the mainstream media are in getting people comfortable in the idea that something is going to be a certain way because they said it's going to be that way. That's why I'm showing you this, because it was everywhere. He's not gonna win. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. So when you get people sold on the idea and committed to a feeling on something, and it doesn't turn out that way, that's why you have people having complete and utter meltdowns in the middle of the street, crying on network, crying in their cars, screaming in their cars, threatening suicide. But let's continue. This is more entertaining than I thought it would be.
Okay, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones right now, Donald Trump.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call
Who's laughing
to
now?
political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden
Zero
Bible.
chance. Zero.
I'll make a prediction, though, for you. And I don't really get into predictions much, but this one I'll go way out on a limb. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States. That Trump should not be in this race. He's an absurdity. He is a travesty.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is a here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States.
That didn't age well.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Ever respectful of the fact that the people have not voted, he's not going to be president of the United States.
Let's be clear. Donald Trump will lose the election.
I mean, he had a really good chance to be different and really have a chance to change things, but he doesn't do the work. He's lazy.
We talk about him every day.
Where did they come
continuously bashing him. Be the president. Don't worry about it. Exactly.
And we're coming to a point where if you're Hillary Clinton, you're honestly probably starting to think about not just whether you will win, but how big your win will be. And then you say that Donald Trump has the best day in the entire world, completely outperforms expectations, and he wins all of the toss-up states. He wins all 5 of those states, plus that electoral college vote in Maine that he's after. If he wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states, even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
A wake-up call to the Republican Party. Despite Boris thinking that Donald Trump could win New York, like this, the presidential race is over.
Could I just cut through? I have one thing to say, one thing only, and that is that this race is over. Tomorrow morning, the money will dry up. The Republicans will start to hide. Trump has no place to go. This race, effectively, as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race. I mean, everything I know about presidential politics, and I've been through 5 of them, I've never seen one like this. This race is over. You might as well accept it. And the question now is, how do you minimize damage? And the only way you can do that, it seems to me, is to try to grab hold of some old conservative value things and do what Mondale did in '84, which was try to save a few people down ballot. But as far as Donald Trump's concerned, it will never, ever, ever happen.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
I'm going to stop that there. That was a little bit longer than I wanted it to. But you saw that, right? And the reason, like I said, I'm making this video is because the media did... was it last night? I lose track of my day sometimes. Was it last night or the day before? Day before, yesterday. Whatever. The media went on to say that the media declared Biden the 46th president of the United States. And it blew my mind because I got like 6 text messages, 3 phone calls, freaking people blowing up my inbox in Facebook. Told you Biden's going to win. Told you Biden's going to win. Or the other side, I can't believe. How do you feel? Biden lost. I mean, how do you feel Donald Trump lost? You know, Biden's 46. How do you feel about that? And I'm sitting there, regardless of which side people were on, I'm here in the middle like, what are y'all talking about? Biden won. I'm like, no, he didn't. The media told you he won. Since when does the media declare the next president of the United States? They don't. They never will. But what they want you to do, they want you to get comfortable in the idea that he won. What they want you to do is to accept and embrace the idea that he won, even though he hasn't officially won. And what they want to do is to put pressure on the Trump campaign to concede the election. They're like, guess what? Well, no, we're claiming this. We're claiming it. We're going to put the media out there. The media is going to say we won, and I'm going to have a little acceptance speech and everything. It's going to be a sealed deal, and it's going to be awkward for you to stay. We're going to try to shame you out of the White House. Apparently, like everything else up until this point, they don't know who they're fucking with. So, about 1.5 years ago, I wish I had a reference for you. I don't. I apologize because I read it, I digested it, and I let it go. Because at the time, it seemed ridiculous. I'm like, how the hell would anybody even know this? But it was something that I read on an obscure website Of course, it was like more like conspiracy theory type stuff, but it seemed ridiculous enough to where I just didn't commit it. It wasn't important enough to keep track of it, and I wish I had kept track of it. But somebody wrote a small article, nobody of great deal of importance, which is why I don't remember. But he stated that Donald Trump was going to win the 2020 election. But he wasn't going to win the election because of, through the normal process of getting 270 electoral votes. It wasn't going to go down like that. It was going to come down to the wire, and then the election was going to, the election or the voting process was going to close out with no determined winner, with no determined clear winner. And then it was going to have to go through the courts. And then at that point, the left was going to leverage the media to try to proclaim that Biden was the winner regardless of anything else going on behind the scenes. And that it was going to get the nation so worked up because the media will keep feeding the public that Biden is the next president of the United States, even though Donald Trump won't concede until it is proven that Biden wins. And then at the end of the day, it'll be determined that Donald Trump is the true winner of the 2020 election process. Now, I read this over a year and a half ago. And I don't know who this dude was, but I read it somewhere. I said, that sounds ridiculous. I said, why would the media go out there on a limb like that and just proclaim that somebody won something without even really winning it? And then lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. I wish I remember who that dude was. But he had it all figured out long ago. But anyways, and the reason, like I said, I wanted to show this because I got a feeling that y'all are going to be, it's going to be Groundhog Day all over again. And the thing that's different between 2016 and 2020 is that there's a lot more at stake. A lot more at stake. 2016 wasn't supposed to happen because Hillary Clinton was supposed to win. Everybody wrote off Donald Trump. He wasn't supposed to win. He gets in. Now, Hillary Clinton is shitting her pants because she is corrupt to her eyeballs, and she needed to win to keep all of her dirt swept underneath that rug. As long as they can keep, passing the baton, they're good. And the big issue is that Donald Trump he's not a baton. He's not a person holding a baton. He's a glitch in the matrix, like I keep saying. I was like, why do you keep supporting Donald Trump? He's a jerk, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you guys don't see it, man. This dude's a tool. And not like tool mentally, like some of y'all are going to sit there and say, oh, hi. No, I mean, like, he is a mechanism of action that needs to be there. He is going to, like I said, he's going to be that guy that just completely dismantles the system. That's what I support. Breaking down this damn system. Whether it be Republican or Democrat, I don't care. All of it's corrupt. He's corrupt. I don't know, maybe. But all I know is that he's willing to go out on a limb and put his life at risk to expose everything that so many people know that really happens, but people just accept it. It's like, oh, we know Republicans and Democrats, we know all politicians are just corrupt. It's just part of the process. And you sit there, and so many people sit there in forums and scream and cry about, these guys never see justice. These guys never get held accountable for their actions. But then you get one guy in there who is willing to put his neck out there and assume all types of risk and possible repercussions to expose all the crap that goes on behind closed doors and behind the curtains. And then you don't want him there because I don't like his personality and the way he talks. Doesn't make any sense to me. But either way, for me, I need him in there because him being in there another 4 years, it's not gonna be looking good for a whole lot of politicians who be doing some weird things in their off time. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to make this video because I thought it'd be funny. You know, how right now, at this very moment, the media and the rich and famous are doing the exact same thing. Plus one. They took it up a notch. They had Biden go out there and do a weird acceptance speech to a bunch of empty ass cars and a fake audience. I was like, what the hell is going on here? That is weird. But they want to plant the seed. They even had people support Biden supporters out there flooding the streets with like no real Biden like attire. Like that was weird. It just seemed strange. It didn't seem authentic. It seemed very disingenuous. I'm like, these people aren't flooding the street in support of Joe Biden. What the hell are y'all talking? Those are just, I don't know what that is, but I don't know what that is, but it's not legit. By the way, I'm done with this video. I hope you found that video, those little clips entertaining. I could have just given you a link, but I just wanted to talk along the way because I just hope that a lot of people are mentally preparing for things to not go their way, because I'm still getting hate mail and hate messages, which is fine. I find it entertaining. You know, people are like, are you sure you are you sure you're okay? I'm like, I'm good. Like, I don't take any of this stuff personally, but I know a lot of people out there that do take this stuff personally. Like, they be really getting into their feelings, and I'm like, hey man, chill out. You know, I'm getting like, I'm good now. Not all my medical stuff is straightened out. I'm feeling pretty good. But anyways, just don't get your hopes up. Like, really, one of the people that contacted me started crying when I told him that the media just said that he won, and he didn't really. She's like, oh, I can't handle this today. I'm like, this is what this individual said. I was having such a good day. I woke up, my job called me, and I didn't have to go in this morning. I went out and got my coffee, and I worked out, and I sat in a hot tub, and I got the news that Biden won, and I was like, but he didn't win. Please don't ruin my good day. I don't want that right now. I'm like, okay, very well. I'm not ruining your day. The media is ruining your day by putting fake information in your brain and you just eating it up as truth. I'm just trying to be the light. That's all. But if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. Like I said, as always, take care of yourself. Be smart. Think. Use your brain. Peace. Don't be too proud to go Great Value. These tortilla chips are amazing. But, 1 second, please. I got one more point I wanted to make. I forgot. Okay. All right, so what I forgot to mention before was take a look at the people that are congratulating Kamala and Biden, because that's the right order, on their victory. So Trump has a small group of supporters in the Republican Party that is standing by his side. Those people have probably made themselves known that they're backing him. And then you get other Republicans, I'm not going to label them, but they're getting support and they're getting congratulations from both Democrats and Republicans, right? Politicians. This is extending past the media now. Even politicians are already prematurely congratulating them on their victory. You want to know why? Because there are snakes on both sides. Snakes. And Donald Trump is clearly aware that he's got a lot of people. He's surrounded by a lot of people that he can't even trust in his own party. So, that's why I back that dude. Because, in essence, nobody wants him in there. Democrats or Republicans. Because they're all snakes. And they're all dirty. And I'm not saying he's an angel. But maybe his sins are of a different caliber. His hands aren't clean per se. But he has been the selected individual deemed worthy enough to take on the monumental amount of responsibility of exposing our corrupt government for what it truly is. I don't know who doesn't want that. All that crying and complaining, talking about how politicians never get held accountable for their actions, and then you got one guy in there who's willing to put his life on the line and go against literally all odds. It's like, no, they don't want him in there because he's a terrible president. No, they don't want him in there because all of them have, who knows? They're probably. If somebody were to open up their closets, the amount of skeletons that would fall out would probably be unbelievable for a lot of them. So, that's it. Snakes on both sides. He wears the title of Republican, but he's a one-man army. That's it. I'm done.